Okapi. It walks like a zebra, moves like a giraffe, and exists in one of the most isolated forests on Earth. The okapi, a mammal so visually contradictory that early European explorers refused to believe local reports. Striped hindquarters, deep purple tongue stretching 18 inches, velvet-coated ossicones on its skull. This is not a hybrid. This is not a mistake. This is evolution operating in complete silence for millions of years in the Ituri rainforest of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Taxonomically, the okapi is the only living relative of the giraffe, split from a common ancestor roughly 16 million years ago. DNA analysis confirms it. Despite appearances, this animal shares more genetic material with giraffes than any other species. The stripes serve as camouflage, breaking its silhouette in dappled forest light where predators hunt by shape recognition. The tongue, prehensile, coated in antiseptic saliva, strips leaves from branches too toxic for most herbivores to touch. Binturong. It smells like buttered popcorn, not metaphorically, chemically. The binturong secretes a compound from its scent glands, nearly identical to the aroma of fresh popcorn, caused by the chemical 2-acetyl-1-pyrroline. This is the same molecule produced when corn kernels heat and pop. A carnivore that smells like cinema snacks. The paradox doesn't stop there. This animal has a prehensile tail, one of only 2 carnivores in the world with that adaptation, and it moves through Southeast Asian rainforest canopies like a slow, deliberate shadow. Scientifically, the binturong belongs to the Viveridae family, related to civets, not bears or cats, despite its nickname. It weighs between 20 to 50 pounds, with females typically larger than males. The tail acts as a 5th limb, gripping branches, while the binturong feeds on fruit, insects, and small vertebrates. Slow loris. Cute, venomous. The slow loris is the only primate on Earth with a toxic bite, and the internet has turned it into a stuffed animal. When a slow loris raises its arms, it's not stretching, it's activating a defense mechanism. Glands near its elbows secrete an oily toxin. The loris licks these glands, mixing the secretion with saliva to create a venomous compound potent enough to cause anaphylactic shock in humans and death in small predators. This is not a pet. This is a nocturnal predator from the rainforests of Southeast Asia. They weigh between half a pound to 4 pounds, and their massive eyes give them binocular vision to track insects, birds, and tree sap in near total darkness. Their grip strength is extreme. A slow loris can hang motionless from a branch for hours using specialized arterial networks that prevent muscle fatigue. The slow loris is endangered across all species. Numbat. The numbat is a marsupial anteater from the eucalyptus woodlands of Western Australia, and it is one of the most specialized feeders on the planet. It has 52 teeth, more than any other terrestrial mammal, but it doesn't chew. The teeth are small, functionless remnants. Instead, the numbat uses a tongue that extends 4 inches beyond its snout, coated in sticky saliva, to harvest termites from rotting logs and underground tunnels. It is the only marsupial that is entirely diurnal, active only during daylight hours. The numbat's appearance is a visual contradiction. Rust-red fur striped with white bands across its back, a bushy tail, and a sharply pointed snout. It weighs less than 1 pound. Unlike most marsupials, the numbat has no pouch. Females give birth to 4 tiny young that cling to her fur and attach to teats on her abdomen, exposed to the environment as she forages. California condor, wingspan 9.5 feet, weight up to 25 pounds, bald head, skin that shifts from gray to bright red, depending on emotional state. The California condor is North America's largest land bird, and it was extinct in the wild by 1987. Every condor alive today descends from 22 individuals captured in a last-ditch conservation effort. This is not a comeback story. This is a species held together by human intervention, genetic management, and captive breeding protocols. The condor is a scavenger equipped with stomach acid strong enough to digest anthrax, botulism, and cholera without harm. It locates carrion from altitudes exceeding 15,000 feet, soaring on thermal currents for hours without flapping its wings. The bald head is functional. Feathers would rot from constant contact with decaying flesh. Lead poisoning from ingesting bullet fragments in carrion remains the primary threat. Secretary bird. legs like stilts, face like an eagle, hunting style like a martial artist. The secretary bird is a raptor from the savannas of sub-Saharan Africa, and it kills snakes by stomping them to death, with kicks delivering 5 times its body weight in force. It stands over 4 feet tall, with a wingspan exceeding 6.5 feet, but it prefers to walk, covering up to 20 miles per day on foot, hunting through grasslands with methodical precision. The secretary bird's skull structure allows it to deliver rapid, hammering strikes with its feet, stunning or killing prey in milliseconds. It preys on cobras, puff adders, and other venomous snakes, along with insects, rodents, and small mammals. Taxonomically, it is the only member of its family, Sagittariidae, with no close living relatives. The secretary bird is classified as endangered. Exact population numbers remain unclear, but estimates suggest fewer than 10,000 breeding pairs. Lanternfly. It doesn't glow. The spotted lanternfly earned its name from the false eye spots on its hind wings, once thought to resemble lanterns. In reality, this insect is an invasive pest causing hundreds of millions of dollars in agricultural damage across the United States since its accidental introduction in 2014. It feeds by piercing plant tissue and extracting sap, weakening trees, grapevines, and crops. When it feeds, it excretes a sugary substance called honeydew that promotes sooty mold growth, further damaging plants. The lanternfly is not a fly. It's a plant hopper belonging to the family Fulguridae, with wings covered in intricate spotted patterns, gray and black on the forewings, brilliant red and black on the hind wings revealed only in flight. Adults measure roughly 1 inch in length. They are weak flyers but prolific jumpers. Lifespan lasts approximately 1 year, completing a full life cycle from egg to adult within a single season. As of 2025, the spotted lanternfly has spread across Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Virginia, and beyond, with no effective eradication method identified. Tuatara. It is not a lizard. It looks like a lizard. It moves like a lizard. But the Tuatara is the sole surviving member of Rhynchocephalia, an order that diverged from lizards and snakes over 250 million years ago. It has a third eye, functional, light-sensitive, located on top of its skull beneath a thin layer of skin. This parietal eye regulates circadian rhythms and hormone production, but does not form images. The Tuatara has 2 rows of teeth in its upper jaw that close over a single row in the lower jaw, creating a shearing mechanism found in no other living reptile. The Tuatara inhabits offshore islands of New Zealand, living in burrows often shared with seabirds. It survives in temperatures as low as 7 degrees Celsius, when most reptiles would shut down entirely. Metabolism operates at a glacial pace. The Tuatara can hold its breath for over an hour and takes up to 35 years to reach sexual maturity. Lifespan exceeds 100 years. This is a living fossil, a survivor from the age of dinosaurs that refuses to disappear. Nature still holds secrets that challenge everything we know. If you are among the few who seek the raw, undocumented truth of our world, stay with us. There is much more to uncover.